see. Uh-oh. Am I? Oh, there I am. Oh. Hi, Sandy.
Hi.
Now, hello, twins. Who is who? Who is who? Which one?
I'm Cindy.
And you're Cindy. Okay, Cindy's wearing stripes.
Yeah.
That's how. Okay. Okay. Hi, Lynn.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay, fine.
Okay, good. Let's see. Before we start, if I can just remind everyone, if you're not in the class, to please mute yourself. And I'm not sure what the feedback is. Let's see. People are just on the phone. I can't tell. Does anyone else hear feedback? Do you hear me too? Yeah, you too? Okay. Wonder what. Okay, Kevin said yes. Let's see. Wonder if it's me. I think it's gone now. Okay, much better. Okay, everyone, we are here. So if you're not a student in the class, I'm going to ask you to turn off your video. And I am talking to someone named, is it Elias Justin? Your video is on. Are you a student in Taiwan or are you observing? No problem, take your time. There we go. Everybody wants to join our class, right? Okay. So it's so good to see everyone. Today, Alex and Barry will not come to class. They have, I wonder if they hit the snooze button. What do you think? They hit the snooze button? No, today they did not. They let us know they cannot come today. So we have a small class, just 4 of us, right?
Yes.
That's great. I'm happy to spend this time with you. And we can work on our lesson and maybe we can talk about other things too, okay?
Okay.
Why don't we begin? Why I would like to hear about your weekend. Who can tell me what they did yesterday? Who would like to start? What did you do yesterday? Okay, I'm going to ask Lynn. Lynn, can you tell us what did you do yesterday?
I go to teach children.
You?
Yes.
Yep.
Yesterday morning to teach them, and it's I volunteer.
Okay, so you were teaching? You were helping volunteer yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so do we say yesterday I go to teaching or yesterday I went to teach?
I went to teach.
Good job. Yeah. That's kind of a funny one, right? That can be so confusing. Good job. So yesterday you went to teach and volunteer.
Yes.
And what did you teach?
Teach kid elementary school student teach math.
Oh, you were teaching them math. How many students are in your class?
Oh, only one.
Oh, one. I think in English, we might call that tutoring. Tutoring.
Tutoring.
I think we call that
Oh.
tutoring, yes. When we teach one student, usually
Oh.
we might call it tutoring. Teaching's okay too. Good job.
Oh.
Let me see. Okay, yes. So do you like tutoring your math student?
Yes.
Yes. Is it hard?
No, it's fun.
It's fun.
Yes.
Do you think that you would like to tutor more students? Would you like?
Uh, no, I look look student is look student is
Okay, you're doing good.
嗯
不然你可以讲中文，我们可以开始。那
就是好，就是要看学生怎样。对。
Oh, okay. Lean means it depends on the student.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
It depends on the student. So, what's another way you can say that? Some students, right? You like to teach some students,
Yes.
but not all students.
对 Yes.
Okay, I understand. Luckily, in this class, I like to teach all of the students in this class. That's good news. All right. And how about you, Sandy? What did you do yesterday?
Oh, I went to grad school to study science.
Okay, science. How long were you in cram school?
About 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
3 hours. And what did you do after cram school? Because that's only 3 hours of the day.
I go to eat dinner. At dinner.
You went to have dinner.
Yeah.
And who did you go with?
My brother and my dad.
Good. And what did you eat?
Beef noodles.
Beef noodles. Yum. Did you go to like a noodle shop? Did you go to a noodle restaurant?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay,
Yes.
cool. Because here in America, the restaurants are mostly closed. We can't go to restaurants. Only a little bit outside only. Outside only. So I can't wait to go to a restaurant and eat anything. I will have anything. Noodles, beef, chicken, I don't care. I cannot wait to go to a restaurant so that I don't have to clean my own plates. I don't want to clean my kitchen for one night only. That's good. Okay, cool. And how about, let's see, Cindy, what did you do yesterday?
After going to French school with Zoe and Sandy, I saw a movie about aliens to Taiwan.
Oh, wow. Tell me. It's
because our Earth is dying.
Oh no, how sad. It's so sad.
The alien coming to help the Earth.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is it a Taiwanese movie?
No.
No. Is it where is the movie from?
America.
Oh, it's an American movie. Oh, what is the name of it?
I can't remember.
Yeah, you have to remember the names of American movies when you talk to me.
Okay.
Try to remember. So is it a funny movie or is it a sad movie or adventure? What kind of movie is it?
Um, um, mm, the end is good.
Okay. So it has a happy ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's very good. And Zoe, how about you? What did you do yesterday?
After go to cram school because it's tiring. So most of the time I lie in bed.
You mean after cram school, you lie in bed
Yeah.
because you're so tired?
Yeah.
And do you just lie in bed? You just lie there and or do you play on your phone or what do you really do when you lie in bed?
I lie in bed and uh and check my social media.
Yeah. Check social media, maybe check YouTube, right? Something like that. But what about books? Does anyone read books? Uh-oh.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
Maybe Harry.
A little bit. Sandy, do you read books?
homework.
Homework books only.
Yeah.
Oh, but no reading just for fun. No reading for fun. No, I know. How about you, Lynn? Do you ever read books?
Sometimes I'll read some novel.
Novels, yeah, yeah. But just sometimes,
Yes.
not usually. Okay. So I think all over the world, in Taiwan, in America, in every country, I think many children don't read books. Not as much as they used to, not usual. When I was little, I read books all the time. I always read a book every week, but I didn't have a phone. I didn't have an iPad. We didn't have YouTube. We didn't have any of those things. So, do you think it would be good to start reading books again? What do you think?
Yeah.
Or do you think we don't need them? What do you think?
We need books.
Or you do think we need books? Yeah. And why? What do you think is good about books?
Because it has so much wisdom in them.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. There's a lot to learn, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? Let's see. Cindy, do you think that we should read more books?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And what do you think? Why do you think that?
Uh,
Why should we read books?
because the book have some knowledge that cell phone doesn't have.
Yeah. Yeah, it might. You're absolutely right. But what else about books? What is another reason? What is another reason to read books?
Uh, I think if we read books, we can think about something by myself. But
Okay.
if you use the cell phone, it's too much, maybe no, too much message.
Too much message. Too too much information? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. What do you think, Len? Do you think we should read more books or do you think it's good to do that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Because I think by reading books we can learn some others' opinion.
Others' opinions. Okay, right. One reason I like to read books is my imagination. I can imagine that I'm in another place or living a different life or doing different things than my normal life. So it's very creative to read books, I think. Yeah. Yeah. And I also like reading books because sometimes if I watch YouTube, videos, um it's I don't there's not a lot of imagination. I don't get to also be creative. Does that make sense? I just have to watch what the video says. But if I read a book, I can imagine more, all the different, more ways that it could be, right? Is that, yeah? Yeah, I like books a lot. Well, maybe we should think about reading some books. But you probably don't want me to give you more homework than you already have. You're all very, very busy.
Yeah.
I think if I give you homework, I would say, go run outside, go be free. That is the type of homework that I would like to give you, not go read more books. You're all very, very busy. Yeah. And who can tell me something that you're going to do this week? Something you're going to do this week. What are your plans? What will you do this week? Okay, so not today, not Sunday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, in the coming week. What will you do? Lynn, can you tell us something that you will do this week?
Next week, our school have a middle exam.
Oh, you have exams.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have to study a lot for them?
Yes, it's tired.
Oh, it's tiring. It's tiring.
Oh, it's tiring. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I bet it is. How many hours will you study?
On weekend, maybe 10 hours.
10 hours. That is a lot. Good luck.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. And how about you, Sandy? What will you do this week?
Study hard in school.
That's what you always do. Always study hard. So it's the same. Okay. And how about Zoe? What will you do this week?
I'll study hard too.
So much study.
We're in Taiwan.
In Taiwan. Yes. Okay. And let's see. Cindy.
I also need to study hard.
I have to rethink my question. I have to ask this question in a different way. Let me think. Okay. What is something fun you would like to do next week? What is something fun you would like to do next week? Let's try again. So, Sandy, I'll start with you. What is something fun you would like to do?
Maybe watch TV.
Okay. So you can say it like that. I would like to.
I would like to watch TV.
Good job. Okay. Me too. I would also like to watch TV. I like it a lot. And Lynn, what would you like to do this week? Something fun.
I think this way I do nothing but study hard because of middle exam.
Okay. Back to you. That's a good answer. I'll come back to you. How about you, Zoe? What's something fun you would like to do?
I would like to try read some books.
You try to read a book. Okay, good stuff. And let's see, Zoe. Go.
Cindy.
Oh, Cindy. I'm sorry, Cindy.
I will tell jokes to all of my friends.
Okay, but we're going to say I would like to tell jokes, right? I would like to.
I would like to
tell jokes. So when we say I would like to watch TV, or I would like to tell jokes, or I would like to read books, does that mean we will do it? for sure this is something we will do, or does it mean it's something we want to do, but we don't know if we'll do it or not? Yeah, right? So it's not for sure. It's not for certain. It's imagination. We can use our imagination to say things we would like to do, right? So Lynn, I have to ask you, use your imagination. What is something for fun you would like to do this week?
I would like to watch videos or some film.
All right, good. So it's something that that you might not do it. It might not happen, but you would like to do it. You would like for this to happen. And that's how we can make a plan, right? That's how we can decide things we will do. By first we have to say the things we would like to do. Okay, does anybody have questions for? We're a small group, so we can talk. No questions for me?
Sharon, I I remember the name of the film.
The film.
When Earth stopped turning.
When the Earth stopped turning.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know about that movie. I've never seen it, but should I watch it?
Yes.
You think okay, thank you. I'll check it. All right. And how about anyone else? Because we're going to start reading our lesson in a moment. But before we do, did any of you have a question for me? Not yet? Okay. So did everyone print out? This is the same lesson from last week. Can you see? I'm kind of blurry. Swinging in the park. Does everybody have it?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So does anyone remember about this lesson from last week? Does anyone remember who can tell us a little bit about what we read about last week?
Melody and her mom go to park and swing.
Yeah, that's it. That is exactly right. So in this story, Melody and her mother go to the park, they swing, and they have a nice time. All right. So I would like to hear the four of you take turns reading this to begin. Who would like to start? Who's brave? How about Cindy?
Okay. Melody and her mother were strolling through the park one Sunday afternoon. It was partially cloudy, but they didn't mind as it blocked out the hot summer sun and made the temperature more tolerable. Trees that lined the brick walkway also offered shade and helped cool things off even more.
Go ahead, one more paragraph.
It is such a wonderful day for a day in the park. Melody, who was no more than 10, spoke cheerfully. Not too hot, not too cold. The weather is perfect for being outside.
Great job. Thank you. Zoe, do you want to go next?
Okay. Joanne, her mother, took a deep breath of the fresh park air and added, And we've got a perfect brother to share it with, too. The little girl giggled with slight embarrassment and then skipped ahead of her mother to see what she could see. Look,
Go
Mom.
ahead, keep going.
Look, Mom, they have swings, Melody shouted excitedly as she ran for them. Wait up, her mother yelled back and then tried to catch up with the anxious little girl.
Good job. How about Lynn? Can you go next, Lynn?
Okay. The swing set was very sturdy, and it had been constructed out of heavy steel pipe. There were two swings hanging on chains from the crossbeam at the top. One set of chairs had a black protective coating on it that prevented children from pitching their fingers between the links. Melody chose this one. She climbed on the swing and walked backward until she was on her tippy toes, and then let go. As she swung down and forward, she leaned back and stretched out her feet to gain momentum. When she reached the top, she tucked her feet under her bottom and sat up straight again. Higher and higher she went.
Good job. Sandy, can you finish?
Okay. Be careful, Melody, Joanna said. Melody assured her that there was nothing to worry about, and then she asked her mother to swim with her. Although Joan hadn't played on a swim set since she was a little girl like her daughter, she obliged. It felt a bit awkward at first, but after a while she got the swing of things. Melody and her mother spent the rest of the afternoon swimming happily away.
Good job. Great reading, everyone. Let's go back and go through some of these vocabulary words because in this story, a lot of the words we only can tell from what we're reading. So it's important to look at them. So we're going to go through the vocabulary words together. And I would like for you to take turns telling each other what they mean. Okay? So let's start at the beginning. And Melody and her mother were strolling. So who can say, what does that mean? They were strolling through the park.
Walking slowly.
That's right. Yeah. So, and when you're strolling, it also it sounds like you're having a nice time. A stroll is a nice walk. It's a slow walk, but it's something enjoyable. You take a stroll with a friend or with your family. Okay? So it also means it's a nice walk. And how about it was partially cloudy? Who remembers that one? Partially cloudy.
It's not all cloudy.
Right. Just part cloudy. Partial. Okay? Good job. But they didn't mind as it blocked out the hot summer sun. So it blocked out the hot summer sun. How about Lynn? Can you say what that means?
That black.
Let's think about what it says. So it was partially cloudy, right? not all the way cloudy, just a little bit. And it blocked out the hot summer sun. Now let's read, maybe this will help. It made the temperature more tolerable. So this whole sentence makes sense together, the whole sentence. So we know that there's only some clouds. Do we know what it means? It made the temperature more tolerable. Does that part do you know what that means, Lynn? To make the temperature more tolerable?
No, particularly cloud make temperature yes more terrible because it's cool. It let the temperature the weather be cool.
Exactly. So sometimes when we're reading in our own language or in another language, we have to be detectives, right? We have to kind of be detectives. We read part of the sentence and then the other part and figure them out and then put them all together. So that's part of what we're doing here, is figuring it out. So we know that it's partially cloudy, but they didn't mind the clouds. It's okay, they said. It's okay to be a little bit cloudy because it makes it cooler. It makes it cooler. The clouds block the sun, okay? And they make it more tolerable. So what is that word tolerable? Who can tell me another way to say tolerable?
Stand.
Yeah. So what is something that is another thing? What is something that is maybe not tolerable? Can you think of something that is not tolerable?
Cockroach.
Okay. You're right. That is, you're absolutely right. I do not like cockroaches one bit. They are intolerable, we would say. Intolerable. Good one, Sandy. What is another intolerable thing like a cockroach? Spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really made me laugh. So right? Uh-oh. Oh no.
What's wrong?
Uh-oh.
What?
What's wrong?
We can hear you.
Is someone there?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay, can you see me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Technology. Okay. I'm going to stay off video, students, okay? Because I think oh, darn it.
Hi, Sandy.
Maybe we can talk by ourselves.
Chinese.
Yeah. Chinese class.
Maybe Cindy can tell a joke.
Okay. You
Okay.
a party. Okay.
English.
Yes.
In
English.
Do you know why the color of the sea is blue?
Because they said.
No.
嗯
Sandy, 你有听到吗？
Yeah, one more time.
Do you know why the color of the sea is blue?
Oh, because the fish. 那个 that's I don't know how to say blue.
The fish. Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Am I back? Can you see?
Sandy just called.
I'm sorry. Hello. Okay?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Close call. All right. Well, one thing that is intolerable is a bad internet connection. A bad internet connection is intolerable. All right. So,
No
what did you
worry,
do
no
without?
worry. Okay.
Now we know.
Don't worry. Yeah, it happened.
That's okay. Thank you.
You know,
Thank
while you are away, just like when the cat's away, the mice will play. Okay.
did you do while I was gone?
Yeah. Cindy and Joey, they just telling a joke. Okay.
Well,
Yeah, maybe you can, okay, have a guess. Okay. Cindy, you say the joke again.
Do you know why the color of the sea is blue?
do I know why the color of the sea is blue? No. Why is the color of the sea blue?
Because the fish in it always blue, 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 blue.
It's a very good joke. That is very good because that's what they say. Blue, 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 blue.
Yeah.
That's very funny. See, we wouldn't tell that joke in English because in English, fish don't say bloop, 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 bloop. That's why.
Only Chinese.
So that's a very, very funny joke in a different way, right? Who else?
Yeah.
Well, who else has a joke? Since we're telling jokes now, any other jokes out there? No.
I have many Chinese joke, but not English joke.
It's hard to find jokes that are funny in both languages, right?
Yeah.
I have homework. I have a challenge for all of us to find a joke that we can tell on class next week, okay? Can everyone try and find a joke
Okay.
that will be funny in English? That's that, and I will bring some jokes too, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. Should we go back to the lesson?
Yes.
Yes.
Since we're in class?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it. Okay, so let's move on. I think we know what tolerable weather is, right? If it's
Yeah.
very, very hot, is the weather tolerable?
Horrible.
Yeah, if it's very hot, Is the weather tolerable?
No.
No.
No. If it's very, very cold, is the weather tolerable?
No.
No.
Exactly. Okay, so one way that we can make the weather more tolerable is with shade. So what does that mean? Trees that lined the brick walkway also offered shade. What is the shade?
Um, um,
Trees
Is
shadow.
Right,
yeah.
but what makes the shade? What makes the shade?
sun.
Well, the sun makes the sunlight, but the tree
Oh,
makes the shade. Okay, so what part of the
Oh.
tree makes the shade? Do you
Leaves.
know the name? The leaves and branches, right? The long part of the tree where the leaves grow. So when the sun shines and it's very hot and it's not tolerable, the trees and the leaves create shade. It makes it cooler. Okay? So that's what makes it a nice day. Um, Now we remember Melody, who is the daughter, and she spoke cheerfully. We all know what that is. What did that mean? She spoke cheerfully. Was she happy or was she sad?
Happy.
Yeah, she's happy. She's having fun. And we're just going through our vocabulary words. So I'm going to skip through the reading. When it says the little girl giggled with slight embarrassment. Okay, now we know what giggled means. Who can say what giggle is? It's a little laugh. Yeah, a little laugh, right? And what did it? Do you remember last week we talked about slight embarrassment? Let's start with embarrassment. Who remembers from last week? Embarrassment.
Shy.
When you feel a little shy, right? Feel a little funny about something you did. Sometimes maybe you when my picture was frozen, I felt a little embarrassed in class today. When I knew when my internet stopped working, I felt a little bit of embarrassment. And when we say slight embarrassment, what does slight mean?
A little.
Mm.
Yeah, just a little bit. So just a little bit shy. We felt a little bit shy. So who could try this? Who could use different words to say the little girl giggled with slight embarrassment? How could you say that whole line a little differently? Who would like to try?
The little girl laughed with little fun.
Yeah, we could say, well, she laughed a little. She laughed a little because she felt a little shy, you know, felt a little shy. Good job. And okay, we're going to keep going to where it says the swing set was very sturdy. Why do we want to know that the swing set was sturdy? What does that mean, a sturdy swing set?
Strong.
We didn't a lot last week. We didn't really talk about it. So on the page, if you can see, yeah, it's too blurry. I'm sorry. It's when we say the swing set was very sturdy. It's not in the class. Yeah. Thank you. Sometimes people accidentally turn their volume on when they didn't mean to. So good now. Okay, so who knows what sturdy means? Who can guess?
Very strong.
Perfect. Very, very strong. So when we think of the swing set as sturdy, do we think it can wiggle? Can it move?
No.
No.
No, you don't want, you want a swing set to be very sturdy, don't you? And it says that it had been constructed of heavy steel pipe. So that's not very interesting. We know it's a material, okay? It's a strong material that we use for building. Heavy steel pipe, just letting us know what it was made of. And there were two swings hanging from chains from the cross beam. The cross beam. Anyone want to take a guess at the cross beam?
Something that can make maybe building sturdy.
Perfect. Yeah, and the clue is it says a cross. What's a cross? I think everybody knows. What's something that is a cross? It goes like this, right? Two things. That's a cross. So it's a big beam ahead, above you, and there's two pieces that cross, and they make it very strong. That's a cross beam. It's for building. And one set of chains had black protective coating. Black protective coating. I think we'll just keep going. It's also part of how the swing set is built. Part of making the swing set safe and strong. So that's okay. But what is interesting is prevented children from pinching their fingers. What does that mean if you pinch your finger? You know what it means to pinch your finger? What's a pinch? What's a pinch? A little bit, right? If you pinch your finger, you might grab a little bit of the skin there, right? You might just grab a little bit of the skin, okay? Does a pinch feel good or does it hurt?
It hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the protective coating is for safety, it's to help. So when you swing, you just have fun. You don't pinch your finger on the swing because that would be very painful. Ouch. Okay, here's a good one. I like this one. She climbed on the swing and walked backwards until she was on her tippy toes. What's that mean when you're on your tippy toes? Lynn, do you know what that means, tippy toes? Oh, Sandy's got it. Sandy's got it. Show us again, Sandy. You had a good way to say it. Right, on the top of your toes. Like, who is someone that you think of who would be on their tippy toes?
Short kids, children.
Short kids would try to be on their tippy toes. So you go on your tippy toes when you can't reach, right? You need to be taller.
Yeah.
So you have to go but there's someone who goes on her tippy toes quite often. She's a dancer. What kind of a dancer goes on her tippy toes?
Ballet.
Ballet.
Right, a ballerina. We see her on her tippy toes. We don't call it that. It has a very fancy word called on point, I think is what it's called. But she's on her tippy toes, right? The tips of her toes. Okay, good. Okay, couple more. Let's see. Okay. So as Melody swung down and forward, she leaned back and stretched out her feet. I think you know what stretched out her feet meant, right? Stretched out her feet. Do her feet go long? Or does she bring close to her body? Yes,
Long.
they go long. Stretch them out really far, like you do on a swing. You just stretch. And to gain momentum. What's momentum? You remember?
A power.
When you get power, right? So remember we talked about being on the swing and getting momentum. When you get momentum on the swing, do you go faster or slower?
Faster.
Faster.
Yeah, you go faster. And do you go higher or do you stay low?
Higher.
Yeah, you go higher. So when you get momentum, you go faster and higher. And But when you get to the top of swinging, it says she tucked her feet under her bottom. What does it mean she tucked her feet? It's not stretched out. In the beginning, she has to stretch them out, and then she has to tuck them. So does she bring them close to her body, or does she still have them out? What do you think? This word.
In her body.
Yeah, she brings them close to her body. Close to her body. Good job. Okay, we just have three more to go. 3 more. You guys are doing great. You're all so smart. I'm so glad you come and study English with me. I think I learn as much as you do. Now, let's see. Melody's mother told her, be careful. Be careful. And Melody assured her that there's nothing to worry about. What does that mean when you assure something?
Promise.
Yeah, you're promising, right? She's letting her mom know, it's okay, mom, it's okay. I assure you. And then do you remember she asked her mother to swing with her? And she didn't know if she wanted to, but she obliged. 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 Who can remember that one?
Like
Say
I
yes.
should. Oh,
Lynn, what did you say?
I say maybe like I should. I should.
Kind of like assured, but it means she agreed to, right? She said yes.
Oh,
Right? Her daughter said, "Oh, come swing with me." And she said, "Oh, I don't know if I want to." Okay, I'll do it. She obliged. She said, "Yes, I'll come swing with you." And then the last word is awkward. Awkward. Awkward.
Embarrassed.
Yeah, kind of like feeling embarrassed, a little awkward, a little strange. Yeah? Okay. You guys did great work going through all of those words. That is a lot of vocabulary to study in 1 hour. And I have a question for all of you to answer. But first, are there any words that you still have a question about right now? Are there any of the vocabulary words that you want me to help you understand?
TB. TB.
Tippy. On the tippy toes?
Yeah,
Okay.
only TB the word.
Okay. So that's a really good question. So what is the tip of something? Do we know what the tip of something is? What is the tip? What about
A height.
kind of have you ever talked about a pen tip? Do you have a pen? And the tip of the pen tip is where the ink comes out,
Oh,
right? So it's the very end of something. A tip. It's the very so if you're on your tippy toes, you're on the very tips of your toes, the very end of your toes.
shape. A shape. Yes.
Ship. I'm not sure. Can you say?
Shape.
Shrimp.
Which number?
Uh,
Which number word?
No. I think as I say, tip is like shape. It's
Sharp 是不是
Oh,
sharp.
SHARP.
HARP
No, not always. Not
Yes.
always. Not always. Sometimes the tip is the end of something, the very edge of something. It can be sharp, yes. Sometimes it's sharp, but not always. Not always. But that's good thinking. I see why you thought that. I can see why you thought that. Good. Does that make sense now?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so we just have a couple minutes. So before we go, I would like to know, would anyone like to share a time that they felt slightly embarrassed? Slightly embarrassed. Does anyone have I bet Zoe or Cindy can tell a time they felt slightly embarrassed. Is
Cindy
anyone
can-
brave enough to say when they felt that?
Let me think. Just you say hi to someone, but they didn't answer. Yeah, they didn't answer you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hi, hi.
Reply.
Who, me?
Yeah.
That is a good one. That is slightly embarrassing. Yeah. Good job. What's another time you would feel slight embarrassment? How about when your teacher asks you to answer the question, but you don't know the answer?
Yeah.
Mm,
Right? A little slight embarrassment. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any other times? What is another time? I know you can think of times. There, slight embarrassment. It's something maybe funny. You laugh about it after. You can laugh about it after together, right?
When you should go to the English class, but you overslept.
Yes, that's a very, very, very good example of slight embarrassment. What else? Sandy, what about you? Do you have an example?
Oh yes. After school, I went to my school bus to catch the bus. Uh, when I when I uh eh, when I walk on the steps, I fell down, fell down, and many people there look at me, and I feel very embarrassed.
That same thing has happened to me. That is very embarrassing. Did you get hurt?
Oh yes, my button.
Oh, no. Are you okay now?
Oh yes, yes.
Okay. You survived. You survived the great fall down the steps. Thank goodness. And how about you, Lynn? Can you tell us a time when you felt slight embarrassment?
yes. Uh, my classroom is 104, and I I work in 105 classroom.
Oh
and and the people inside all look at me.
no. And what did you say? What did you do?
I say oops and go out.
Yes, that is very embarrassing when that happens. Oh, good. Well, thank you for telling me. Of course, my embarrassing moment is getting kicked out of English class when I have to teach all of you. And I felt very embarrassed, but luckily, you were all very nice to me. So sometimes if we feel embarrassed, we can help each other by being nice about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might tell it's okay, don't feel embarrassed. Everybody falls. Everybody
Yeah.
walks into the wrong classroom. Everybody hits the snooze button sometimes. It's okay. All right, good. Well, we are done with our class for today. Will you all come back next week?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, perfect. I look forward to it. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for working hard. Thank you for practicing English. I enjoy teaching you. I'll see you next week.
Okay.
See you next week.
See
Yeah.
you next
Bye
Bye.
week.
bye.
Bye bye.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.